Sunius is holding on to a lot of music writing and interviews in the vault since the 90s.
Yeah,
I am. I'm not trying. They're hard to type out. I don't, just type it out. Because I had put a post, about the old level revolt issues and things like that. But I have stuff in the vault. Like I have old interviews and things like that. Some of them are ruined though. Like the tapes got ruined.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I vote
Was
my
that like heat or something, or
maybe
whatever?
magnetic pole. Yeah, they got
So
magnetism. Yeah, they don't play. Yeah, but a lot of this stuff is just stuff I wrote that people didn't really know I wrote. Or extra stuff. Things that were released but they didn't get they didn't get out there that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I noticed that you do have like a real library, and you have like a real museum in your mind. Well, I mean, do you own? I'm sure you own a library like at home and whatnot, but stuff that's in your head and in your heart.
Yeah. As far as like library, I have a big library. Of music, digital. It's all digital now mostly.
So my idea was like, how do you how because I also have a library as well, but like how do you like curate it, right? Because all libraries should be curated a certain way.
Yeah. As I collect stuff, I make a list. So I have a document where I write everything, and so I know who I've just collected, how much as I've collected. You know what I'm saying? And because the apps, like I use YouTube Music, if I'm missing something, I let them augment it. You know what I'm saying? So I could check out even more stuff. My goal has never been to have the biggest library. I just have an addiction with having to hear everything. I have to hear everything. So it stops me from being a collector of beautiful records too. So like let's say if they made like a new edition of a Miles Davis Kind of Blue, which is my favorite album, I probably would not get it, and I'd rather have a whole bunch of other records that I never heard than that. I just have to hear everything.
You want to hear it, but you don't really necessarily want to own it.
No, I want to own it too. You know what I'm saying? But I always choose to hear everything. I want to hear everything. Because I feel that as a writer, as a creator, the more that I hear, the more that I do the knowledge to, the bigger my palette of expression will be. And if we look, the syndrome of people today is that everything is in their fingertips, but they control the algorithm, so only a narrow portion of that gets to them. So their palette is actually smaller than it was. But they feel like they have access to everything. So even still, to actually have access to things, you still have to be able to ask the question of what it is you need to learn. That's why I always tell the students, the second thing of the three things I tell them to remember when they come into the classroom is, what is your next question? Because your next question is based on what you think you know being shown and proven that you do know it, so you could develop the next question of what you don't know. People don't make a good question of what they don't know because they're not, what they think they know, they're not sure. They don't really know that they know it,
If Mega did this.